You've probably heard that I've been going through a rather emotional... Sorry, I have cat videos playing up here, and I'm getting distracted. I shouldn't look up there. It hasn't been a lot of fun, and I'm trying to prevent myself from collapsing in on myself like a universe without anything to orbit around. So I've been looking at the occasional meme. And I got this idea at some point to just, what if I reenacted these memes with my head on? Maybe it could be kind of funny. And I'd also get to kind of do some visual effects stuff, which I really enjoy. I find that stuff really fun. Before we start that, though, the merch thing is finally solved. Check this out. Nice little signature on the back, which I think is really cute. What's more, it's double-sided, so the one on the inside doesn't have the teeth. So if you order this from averymerch.com now, it'll work, and it will come, and it should be good. All these misprinted ones I have back here, I'm going to be giving away in an upcoming video, so do stay tuned for that, if that interests you in some way. First, I figured we'd start with something that I've seen a lot and I think is pretty hilarious. This one, I'm sure you've seen this before, right? With the little cat at the table. Typically, there's this girl, like, yelling at the cat. That cracks me up every time I see it. I took the picture and I cut out the table and then I slapped in just this pre-cut out bonk bonk image of my face. And then I photoshopped in eyebrows, kind of. I mean, not eyebrows. I made it look like I was squinting. And we get this, which is pretty funny. It's not my favorite out of all of these. My favorite one is coming up in a second. Although, if you want this image as a sticker, my Patreon has been updated. $5 or above per month, you get a custom Patreon exclusive sticker in the mail, like a real sticker. Each month it's going to be a new sticker and it changes. If you want this as a sticker, sign up as soon as possible. After this month, they're all gone. How do I do an advert? I don't do these very well. Next, have you seen that gif of John Cena? His face is shrinking, but his head is in the same spot. I think everyone's seen this gif and it's very funny. So I decided to make my own. A downfall of this head is that I obviously cannot make different facial expressions because not how this works. We're gonna lose like the smiling at first and then the frown at the end. What I did was I got video footage of, me just like looking, and I cut out around my face and I just had it shrink over time, right? That's not that crazy. I went into Photoshop and I removed the eyes and the nose and the mouth just to make it like this horrifying mass of fur. And then I just put the shrinking thing on top of that. At the end you get this where it's like shrinking down, and I think that turned out really good. That has to be one of my favorites by far. One of the things that I really wanted to do here is make these publicly available. If you go on Giphy, or if you're on Twitter, I believe, like, how Twitter has that GIF search, type in Avery Miller, the GIFs I make today should come up. Next one I wanted to do. Oh my gosh, this phone is just not cooperating with me today. Have you ever seen that GIF where the guy opens up a door and then he's just like that? That's a horrible description. It was from a thing called Italian Spider-Man. Now, I assume it wasn't the official Italian version of Spider-Man. That has to be some sort of, like, joke or something. I don't know what it's from. Rispetti le donne. Look at this one. This is just a masterpiece. I love using this in any conversation that I can. So, what I did is I caught footage of myself just going like, and then I just zoomed in a bunch. In this GIF, the door like opens. I took the door opening and I took the side of the wall there, and I put it in my GIF to produce this. Which is, I think is pretty funny. Do you remember the GIF that was really popular for quite a while, where it was that dude and he would just blink? Problem with memes is a year from now, when if somebody watches this video back, they're gonna be like, I've never heard of any of these memes before. This one, where the guy's blinking, it's like a excuse me reaction GIF. So I decided to make my own, where it's kind of like, obviously, I can't blink right now. Like, I can blink for real, but like I can't, these don't move down. So what I decided to do was just kind of look off to the side and kind of turn my head and then look at the camera. and I got this, which is pretty good, but the creativity level is pretty low, which I do find kind of disappointing. Man, is this going to be a short video? I put a lot of work into like messing around with these. Now that I'm presenting them, I feel like this is not going to turn out very long. I guess we'll find out. How long has this been? I just wanted to say that I made another meme that I forgot to mention when I was filming this video. I don't know why. And it is this. Isn't that funny? Last but not least, I wanted to make something that I could submit onto Furry IRL. Basically, a very popular thing there is where people crop in on various images and then put captions that I can't describe it. I mean, you gotta go on there to find out. They take an image that is like inappropriate, you know, like adult only, and they crop it. They put a caption that's like, when you get pizza for dinner, and like for my last hurrah here, I thought it would be somewhat interesting if we cropped in on this video and submitted it to Furry IRL and just saw what happened. Does that make any sense? When you crop it, you don't know what the context is, so now I just need to think of like a weird pose to do, like look over my shoulder, like this is what I posted. I don't really know what I'm doing. This has been an interesting video. It's gone really fast, so Patreon people, $5 a month, you got a sticker in the mail. Hand mailed by me. So if you want to support my videos and get a custom sticker that will never be produced ever again. And if you're currently one of my Patreon supporters, please go and check and make sure that you've chosen a new tier, because the way Patreon works is that when you change a tier, just check and make sure you're still a Patreon. If you just check and make sure you've selected a new tier, because otherwise it will like automatically. What else? I think that's really about it. I hope you enjoyed me doing these meme things. And once again, you should be able to use these. Yes, that's it.